Aloha, my beautiful souls. Aloha and welcome to this week's reading for August 21st until August 27th. And yes, we are going through a rumbly time. Let's call it rumbly time, rumbly intensive time that has been started off with last week's new moon and is going to go through until we have this amazing full moon in 2 weeks. So not this week, but the week after. And of course, it can't be without Mercury coming in hot and retrograde, starting on August 23rd. All right, so that's the energies that are already being brought in, and then we have an extra portal day on August 24th. So this week, buckle up, hold on tight. This might be a little bit. A little bit intense. Let's just call them intense. All right, everybody. Welcome to this week's reading. I'm so excited. My name is May. If you don't know me yet, my name is May. I'm an energy coach and energy wave savant, and I support empaths and highly sensitives in learning, understanding their gift, but not just that, in learning how they can use it for themselves to stand in their own power, set healthy boundaries, and create a life of ease that they want to have. So if you are ready to learn how to surf your energy waves, come in and check out, my program that I have for you. Yes, and if you do like these card readings that I do, please share them with your friends, with whoever you think can be helpful for, to have these energy readings that I do. And another thing, and I know it's a lot that I'm asking for before we even get started, but another thing that I'd like to ask you, because I'm very curious, please leave a comment as to which cards resonated most with you and told you, gave the biggest impact for your week. All right, so let's get started. And like other times, and if you're new to my channel, so we have the cards specifically in this case for the for Mercury retrograde and the portal day here on the left, on the top left. Then we have the cards on the top right that are the general cards for the week from the 21st to the 27th. And then we have down here the personal cards. Unfortunately, I'm traveling right now, so I don't have my typical signature things. So let's just go with left, center, and right. So take a moment if you want to. If it takes a little bit longer, pause the video. But if you want to, you can just join in with me in the focus and for these cards. I'm closing my eyes, taking a deep breath, and I'm calling in all the spirit guides that we have for everybody who's listening in. I'm calling in the spirit guides that are supporting us, that want to share with us. I'm asking them to share with us the right words that are going to help us and support us on this week moving forward, and I'm calling them all in. And with spirit guides, I mean all the spirit guides that are out there, the angels, the ancestors, the universal energy, the source, to help us and support us on our journey for this week, giving us the right words. And with this, take a deep breath and feel into if the left, the center, or the right are your personal messages. Whichever 1, 2, or 3 card decks you resonate with, know for sure those are the right ones for you for this week. All right, and embracing this energy, we're going to get started, as always, with the cards for the Mercury retrograde, which I find amazing that we're gonna go into that again, and the portal day. So this is basically the energy that we're going to be having. Mercury is going retrograde on August 23rd until September 15th. So this is like almost 3 weeks. No, I think about 3 weeks that we're going to have this. So it's the medicine guardian. Be open to healing information. Right? So be open to the energies that are coming in, giving you healing information. Maybe, especially because we have here, this is something that I've noticed. A lot of us in general are going through transformations, and that includes our physical body going through certain transformation. Therefore, some of us are, getting a little bit sick, having physical, physical things happen. So for everything, please go and, always talk to your doctor first. But on the spiritual level, look for the healing information that wants to come in. All right. So this is something that's going to be, energetically there for the next 3 weeks. And then we have the trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Right. So see whatever comes up where you want to exchange energies, so that you can create more abundance for yourself. And here we go for the affirmations for the next couple of weeks. And we have manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Just let that sink in, because when an affirmation like this comes into our lives, it's because it's reminding us that aligning to the universe is important for us to be able to co-create what we want to create in our lives. And then we have directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Directing my focus to what is thriving creates more of what I want. Just breathe that in, because again, this is something that I find so important, because and I'm grateful for this card to come up, because we forget so many times. We forget to stay focused on what we want to create. All right. We have this, sometimes it feels like there's this magnet calling us back all the time to be, in lack of what is not working, what is going wrong, what is going bad. It's a little bit like a little addiction to drama, right, that we have inside of us. So when this comes up, it's reminding us to refocus ourselves, to change the direction of the energy that we're sending out. And instead of sending it out to things that we don't want, which are, the thoughts of having lack, the thoughts of all the things that we don't have and what is not working. And instead of that, refocus it to that direction, what we want to create. What is it that we want to create? We want to have more of this, more of that. So hold on, where is it working already? Where am I having amazing, beautiful moments? Where am I having, this and that, right? That's how this, this works. Very good. So these are the ones for the next couple of weeks. So focus on what's thriving, align yourself. And I love that we have, the trader that tells us it's about exchanging energies. And yes, exchanging energies can, on one hand, mean either, maybe you're offering your whatever you do to someone. And I'm not saying for free, but maybe you're receiving something from what they do. And then on the other hand, with that, you get something. Or maybe it's, it's either a small exchange of things, or maybe it is an exchange of money as well. This is one of the things that we can remind ourselves, trading has to do, it can be trading of things or of services, but it can also be a trading, you sell something and someone else pays for it, because it's an energetic exchange for abundance. And when this comes up, it means that we should look into that, how we can create that into and bring that back into our lives, right? Really beautiful, really beautiful. And with this, when we have the card for the healer, is that with these topics that we're having this week, it's for us to look into which of those parts want to be healed within ourselves. All right. Okay, let's start with the general cards for this week. And we have the animal guardian, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. I love all of them that come in here, all these animals that you see. For those of you just listening in, we have a wonderful owl spreading her wings on top of a wonderful indigenous woman. We have the crow on her left side, or her right side. From us, it looks on the left. And the puma on the right side. All of them with huge feathers. It could look like as if it's her feathers, actually. And then we have a little, is it called deer? Dear baby. No, I'm sorry. I don't, right now I can't think of the name for Bambi. So it's very beautiful about, going into our primal energy and feeling, feeling the instincts that are telling us what is good and what isn't good for us, right? And another one is oracle. So wait for important information. Don't just run out there and start doing. Sometimes it's about waiting for that inspiration, the instinct, that intuition that wants to talk, that is, is telling you something. So if you have a decision to make this week, be on the lookout for this. All right. And then we have as amazing affirmations for this week. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance. Look at this. This is so beautiful because I'm in awe for the magnificent guidance that I have. And you have, and the first card was trust your instinct, right? And wait for the oracle to give you the information. So it is about, that wonderful guidance that you have inside of you, waiting for you to just, be listening to it. And the second affirmation we're getting here is the universe has big plans for me and it's time to claim them. It's time to step into your authority. It's time to step into your power. All right? So use this energy that we have this week, including, having a retrograde, a Mercury in retrograde. Just go for it. All right? It's time for you to step into the power of abundance, into what you have been meaning to create, whatever that might be, right? It's very beautiful. So interesting. So in spite of having a, Mercury going retrograde, when I look at the cards that we have from Mercury, looking into co-creation, right? So don't let yourself be held back just because we have a Mercury going retrograde. Just be very mindful of what you're feeling inside of you. And if something inside of you tells you it feels right, go for it. Never mind Mercury going retrograde to go into a co-creation with someone. All right, because we know Mercury retrograde is never very helpful. Although I have to say, this is something that they tell Mercury is, when Mercury is going retrograde. And yes, I do believe that's the overall energy that goes around with it. But I believe that if we are very mindful with ourselves, and this is what these cards are telling me, they're basically confirming this. The more we really, center ourselves with who we are, with ourselves, then this is what's going to come up. We are going to be able to actually use the energy of Mercury going retrograde to co-create with others, in spite of it having, this bad calling that, never sign contracts during the time of Mercury being retrograde. All right. Here we go. And the next one that we have are now the personal cards. So before I get into those cards, I just want to remind you, and I'm very curious, let me know in the comments or send me a comment, send me an email letting me know which one of these resonated most with you throughout the week. I'd really love to know. All right, now let's go into the personal ones. If you resonated with the left-hand deck, then this is yours. And let's see what we got for you. We have the Water Guardian. Oh man, I love the Water Guardian. I'm just a fan of water in general. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. It's about connecting with your emotions. Go back into that, connect with your emotions. Whew. What are you feeling? That's all what it's going to be about this week. What are you feeling? And it confirms, the general cards that we have, because it's about feeling, for you to really focus on, is it feeling good or not? And here we go. You have the Air Guardian, shift your perception. So next to, on one hand, focus on your emotions to see where you are, and then use that knowledge, having the Air Guardian there to help you shift your perception into a different direction. Because like I said earlier here, when we have directing the focus that comes here from Mercury, directing the focus to what's thriving. And this is what's happening here by changing that perception. Instead of seeing only what is lacking, focus on what is working, because that's going to, you might actually find more things that are working than that are not, right? But you can only see them when you start changing that perception inside of you. And your affirmation is, when I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. When I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. Ooh, here we go again. So it's about, getting that energy out there, focusing, or sorry, not focusing. In this case, not focusing. You're supposed to focus on your emotions and, redirect them. That's very important. And once you have done that, then you surrender whatever came up there to the universe, to the spirit guides that you have. Surrender it to them, and then allow them to create the magic for you. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. All right. If you resonated with the center, then these are your cards. And for you, we have, 2 affirmations. So we're starting with one. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support will surround me, and movements will form. So for you, my beautiful soul, it's important to focus on joy. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? Just take that question. When I have this card, it's about taking that question into your week and looking at what wants to form with that. All right. So like in your job, what is fun in your job? What do you like doing in your job? What kind of hobbies do you have? Or what kind of things do you have with your family that is fun for you, that feels like fun for you, right? And then we have for you the guardian angel. You're not alone. You're not alone, my beautiful soul. You are not alone. You have spirit guides around you that support you and that are willing to help you with everything. All right? And the last card for you. When I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. Wow. So, when you have this card, that you are not alone, to remind you that you're not alone. Practice surrendering into those energies, that you have there for you, that are there for you, and allow to step into faith, into your faith that the universe and your spirit guides, whichever you work with, that they're there to support you and help you throughout whatever wants to come up. All right? Okay, if you resonated with the right hand cards, then these are yours. And we're starting with the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. Ooh, unleash that wild side inside of you. Whatever that means for you, because it could mean something else for each one of us. So unleash the wild side inside of you. And then we have the Earth Guardian for you. Stay rooted and grounded. Stay rooted and grounded. So that's going to be important for you. Allow the wildness of you to come out, but also do that being grounded, because this might actually help you either bring more wildness out or actually, not let the wildness turn into chaos. All right? Beautiful. And the final affirmation for you is, I am kind and loving toward others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. This is always wow. Ooh, and this coming up on a week where we have Mercury retrograde, coming in. This is a good reminder for you to stay strong. And now I understand the grounding card, especially. Stay strong, stay grounded with yourself so that you are able to set your boundaries on a healthy and beautiful way, so that, people don't have to run over it, and you can just be, set your boundary in a loving way, stay grounded so you'll be able to do that. So whenever you feel like someone's running over your boundaries, take a deep breath. Imagine how you're grounding yourself, whatever grounding practice you have, ground yourself. And then from that moment, go and then set your boundaries. All right, my beautiful beings. I love today's energy reading. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Again, a little reminder, let me know in the comments or send me a short email letting me know which of these cards resonated most with you, and gave you the best insight for this week. I'd really love to know. And with this, my beautiful souls, many blessings to all of you. And as always, keep surfing your energy wave. Bye, everybody.